She built that with her own grant money.
I did that, right?
Ironheart Episode 1 Recap, Take Me Home. After making her big screen debut in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Riri Williams finally takes center stage in her own Disney Plus series, Ironheart. Episode 1, titled Take Me Home, gives fans a proper reintroduction to the tech genius turned young superhero, resetting her journey in a more grounded and personal direction. With Chinaka Hodge as the showrunner and Ryan Coogler backing the project, the series opens not with flashy battles or multiversal chaos, but with something far more intimate: grief, ambition, and identity. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has slowed its pace, and Ironheart takes advantage of that breathing room. This premiere episode brings us into Riri's world, not as an Avenger in training, but as a brilliant yet struggling student caught between her dreams and her past. It's a story about going home, not just physically to Chicago, but emotionally to the memories, pain, and people that shaped her. We meet new characters like the charming but mysterious Xavier and the sinister Parker Robbins, aka the Hood, who hints at supernatural threats that could challenge even the most advanced suit of armor. With themes of legacy, trauma, and rebirth, Ironheart begins not with a bang, but with a purpose.
I'm here because I can be the greatest inventor of my generation.
Back to basics. Riri Williams starts over in Chicago. After her explosive debut in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Riri Williams, Dominique Thorne, returns to center stage in Ironheart, a limited series that reintroduces her character in a more grounded setting. Episode 1, titled Take Me Home, shifts the narrative from Wakanda back to Chicago, where Riri is trying to balance her genius intellect with the reality of her complicated life. The opening sets the tone with a nostalgic montage, home videos, playful banter with her best friend Natalie, Lyric Ross, and scenes that show Riri trying to make the most out of her time at MIT. She isn't just a student, she's a hustler. Riri does other people's assignments for cash so she can fund her Ironheart suit upgrades and projects. But that side hustle lands her in trouble. MIT expels her after her professors accuse her of violating academic integrity. Frustrated but undeterred, Riri gears up with the help of her AI system, TRVOR, and flies back home to Chicago. However, TRVOR malfunctions mid-flight and locks her out of the suit. She crashes in the middle of the street, setting up a humbling reset to her high-flying superhero persona. A local kid helps her walk home, and she finds her mom, Ronnie Angie White, still trying to keep her grounded, literally and emotionally. The Hood enters. A mysterious villain looms. While Riri tries to figure out her next move, we're introduced to Parker Robbins, aka the Hood, Anthony Ramos, a complex antagonist with both street cred and a mysterious mystical edge. Parker is seen pulling off a botched heist with his crew and demanding better results. He tells his second-in-command John Manny Montana they need someone with serious tech skills. Enter Riri. Back in Chicago, Riri reconnects with Xavier, Matthew Elam, a close friend and emotional anchor. He takes her to a mural honoring her stepfather Gary and Xavier's sister Natalie, both of whom were tragically killed in a past incident involving a drive-by shooting. The emotional weight of this loss still haunts Riri, especially since Natalie was her best friend. Later, John shows up at a junkyard where Riri's shopping for spare parts. He pays for her materials and hands her a business card, inviting her to a mysterious job opportunity. Curious and maybe a bit desperate, Riri checks it out. A dangerous job offer and a high-tech test. Riri finds herself at a pizza place that serves as a front for the Hood's hideout. After wandering through the empty restaurant, she discovers an elevator that suddenly stops between floors. Smoke fills the chamber, and Parker appears via intercom to tell her this is her interview. She has 3 minutes to escape or she dies. Riri rises to the challenge, escaping just in time. Impressed, Parker makes his pitch. Join his crew, work a few tech jobs, and make serious money. She initially refuses, but after he sweetens the deal with upfront cash, Riri tentatively agrees to participate in 3 jobs. Her only demand? She wants to know his endgame. Parker remains cryptic. Back home, she listens to Xavier's mixtape while working on her suit. A particular audio sample of Natalie's voice triggers a flashback to the night she lost her stepdad Gary and Natalie. It's a raw, emotional scene showing how deeply these past traumas have shaped Riri. Her grief bubbles up again in a confrontation with her mom, Ronnie, over the disrepair of Gary's old garage. Still processing her pain, Riri storms off. strange powers, and digital ghosts. The final moments of the episode give us two major reveals. First, Parker and John confirm that their next target is someone named Sheila. We also see that Parker has more than just criminal chops. His body is covered in veins that pulse unnaturally, hinting at mystical or otherworldly powers. This adds a layer of intrigue and threat to his character that sets him apart from your typical street-level villain. Meanwhile, Riri continues developing her suit and working on her AI. She sets it to update overnight. But the next morning, something feels off. Riri wakes up to the voice and appearance of Natalie. Not the real Natalie, but a hyper-realistic AI simulation created from Riri's memories. Overwhelmed by the shock of seeing her deceased best friend as a digital ghost, Riri passes out, ending the episode on a chilling cliffhanger. Final thoughts. A solid, emotional reintroduction. Episode 1 of Ironheart successfully sets up a story that is both emotionally rich and action-packed. While the pacing is a bit exposition-heavy, it's a necessary reset for a character many MCU fans only briefly met in Wakanda Forever. The series leans into themes of loss, identity, and technological ethics, all while introducing a villain that promises to add mysticism and danger to Riri's grounded tech world. Between the looming threat of the Hood and the emotional complexity of Riri's grief and her AI's unexpected evolution, Ironheart sets the stage for a uniquely intimate and powerful Marvel story.